Let's go! Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Back at it again. A lot of people don't actually have a crypto portfolio, do they? They have more like a collection of positions. And that's why things feel inconsistent. Because without structure, everything feels random, does it not? When people think about building a crypto portfolio, they start usually thinking about what to buy. Not structure, not a well thought out plan. And that is exactly what we want to talk about tonight. So again, welcome in everybody. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show, where we are non-stopping. Chris Goss in the house, Melissa in the house, Helen in the house says, some people are already here. Hockey is on, so I will watch that and listen to you. Perfect. Sounds like a good night. I wish I could watch some hockey, but I would be highly distracted if I was watching hockey. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all my undergrounders. Thank you for being here, of course, as always. And I'm ready to kick off another episode. Are you ready to raise that crypto IQ? It's a personal choice. Smash that like button. Subscribe, also a personal choice. But I wish you would. Just getting everything set up and where it needs to be. All right, I think we're ready. I think we are ready here. Let me make it so you can see what I see. And let's get into it. There I am. Never exactly sure where I'm supposed to be in the camera. Welcome to the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show. Hope you like my hat. All right, so let's talk about some crypto bubbles. Says Pump.Fun is up 7.2%. Looks like the biggest bubble in the top 100. Tau up 3.2, Pi up 5. Coca, or Cacao, I guess it's Coca, huh? 4.9%, and Rain 3.3. Rain somehow still relevant. Very interesting. Meme Core down 9.1% to $3.33, and it came down. A lot of people said it was going to come down. It makes sense. It was pumping really hard. Now the market is coming down. Notice the difference, though, from Rave DAO to Meme Core. Rave DAO came straight down real quick, very, very shortly. It might not even have been a couple of hours. Where Meme Core has kind of come down over the last couple of days in small increments as the market was actually pulling back, as BTC was actually pulling back. So I think that there's a very distinct and stark difference there, and also it didn't pull back to 25 cents in like 3 hours. So I think that's saying something about Meme Core. DXE is down 10.8%. Hyperliquid down 4.3%. Sip some coffee. Try to wake up here. Blues guy in the house rolling in with a super chat right off the bat. Says, greetings Underground and everybody. Love the hat, bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate super chat. And that is the first super chat for our goal of 5 super chats tonight. That is the first one. As little as a $2 super chat will count. So Sky AI is up 24.2%, and Humanity is up 28.5%. Ape up 9.1%, and Ape has just been on a tear here, up 57.5% in the week. I guess it is one of the chosen coins of the week here, huh? Up to about 18.8, so 0.188, almost 19 cents there. We got UB and Track. UB's up 14%, Track's almost up 10%. Then we have Pros. It is Pharaohs. ticker's Pros, but the name of the project's Pharaohs. I'm not as familiar with this project. It's down 13% here. Genius is down, or as I was calling it, Genus, which I think is hilarious, is down 6%. And ZBCN is actually down 13.5%. And everything that has huge pumps usually has some pullbacks, but it's not supposed to be random and like 80% in an hour. That's not normal. That's not how it's supposed to go. It should be when BTC pulls back, and it should have, you know, if it's pumped 200%, then for it to pull back 40, 50% is not crazy. Bio, talk about Bio Protocol. It's up 26.7% on the daily. Flow up 11%, XLR up 7%, Asteroids down 8.2%. How's that thing looking on the weekly? Had a big pullback here from, I'm not even going to add all the zeros and stuff. Just know it was 8.2%. Tria down 13%. DMT Nat down 15.5%. And Build On, World Liberty Finance coin here, is down 9.7%. Shout out to Blues Guy. He's posting all of our links for us. Link to the Discord in the chat. It is free for now. You might want to hop on in there. And let's do our price rundown. Let's look at the overall market cap. Overall market cap, $2.6 trillion in this market. Down 1.1% today. And what is going on here? Here we go. I want our price rundown. We're not ready for what's trending quite yet. How's my buddy UG doing, my bro? Hey, I'm doing great, man. I'm fired up. I am ready to be here and deep dive and take a look at what's going on, what's trending. I've had a pretty full day, so I haven't been able to really keep an eye on the market. So this is my time to really see what the heck is going on. Bitcoin, 76,387. A little bit of a pull down. You can see the double top, even the cat ears kind of pattern there. Looks like we are now in a downtrend, at least, you know, on the micro. So we'll be taking a look at that in just a second. Let's take a look at all our prices here. Ethereum, $2,288. A lot of red on the 7-day, I see. XRP pulling back to $1.38. BNB, $623. Solana, $83.90. Chocolate Salty in the house says, good evening all. Thank you for coming to the stream, as always. That is our resident airdrop man. If you check out the tab in our Discord, you will see all that he posts about the airdrops. Right now, we're doing the Robinhood. Well, we're chasing an airdrop. No airdrop is ever actually guaranteed, but ARC, which is USDC Circle group there, and then Robinhood in their testnet, we are kind of hoping that we will get those airdrops. So Dogecoin, really high, almost 10 cents. Dogecoin actually up 4.8% in the last 10 days and hasn't had the big pullback. Look at the kind of cat ears pattern on Dogecoin over here. Here, I'll make it so it's a little higher, so it's not behind my head here. But it didn't get the fall down like a lot of things did. Very interesting. Hyperliquid, $39.98. Cardano, $25.50. Monero XMR, $377. It had been on a little bit of a rip. Same with Zcash, $336. These are privacy coins. Chainlink, $9.24. Canton Network, 15 cents, basically 0.149, so just a tick away from 15 cents. XLM, 16 cents. Memecore, $3.44. Again, on a little bit of a pullback there. Avalanche, $9.16. HBAR, call it 9 cents, 0.089. SWE, 92 cents. So it's still on sale, guys. It's still on sales. Says GE, brother. Good evening. Added a new one today. Okay, Chocolate Salty added a new airdrop today. So we will be checking that out. Thank you, Blues Guy, for dropping those links. And how have you enjoyed being a mod for the Lifer stream? How have you enjoyed that, man? I see you on there. I sure do. Didn't get to comment much today. ICP at $2.39. Love to see that thing run. Algorand at 11 cents. And let's go down and see where Flare is for the king of Flare, the Blues Guy. 86 by market cap, still in the top 100, still in the running. Now let's take a look at what is trending here. And I'm always slightly tweaking the order of things, especially right here in the beginning of the stream. I want to bounce to the topic of the day just for a moment, right? Because the topic's in the thumbnail, the topic is in the title, in the description, and then it takes like an hour for us to do what I feel like a lot of people coming to the stream is most important. What's trending, what's going on, some charts and stuff like that. But I want to hit this a little earlier on, right? So when people think about building a crypto portfolio, they usually think what to buy, which coins, which narratives, and which opportunities. But they don't think about how it all really fits together. They don't raise their crypto IQ. They just start taking shots in the dark. And that's where things break down. Because without structure, you don't really have a portfolio without some structure, right? You just have a collection of positions that you bought, maybe even in spot. You have exposure, random exposure, and that creates inconsistencies because now your outcome depends entirely on a few picks, a few moves, and a few moments instead of a system. And that's why structure matters. Not because it makes things perfect, but because it makes things intentional. You want your portfolio to be intentional and not random collection of things that were hot at some point when you were excited about the market. Chocolate Salty says, ARC, Litecoin, DAC, I'm working on currently, all free, but much more to do than Robinhood. Got you. Okay. Definitely, I'm interested in the Litecoin one for sure. DAC, I don't even really know anything about. I do my thing. It's very simple stuff, so it doesn't really take anything away from what I'm doing. Now it's just a copy and paste. It's cool, bro. That's awesome. Love that. Sam, win or lose, pump or dump, having a lot of fun. There you go. I think you meant that for the Lifer stream. Blues guy doing his thing. Did I ever mention? Yeah, I was a mod for Lifer when he started. You did, Chocolate Salty, actually. I remember that about you. Got mod same day as Gina Bobina, LOL. But I drifted into airdrops and they weren't interested in things outside of trading at the time. Yeah, and they still don't do a ton of airdrops. So what's trending today? We got Pi Network, this Pharaohs, which seems to be a new coin, right? No 7-day, you got an hour and a 24-hour. So there you go. Bio Protocol, we're going to come back and look at that, don't you worry. And we're going to probably, well, we'll try to do some TAs. Not a lot of data there. Pump.fun, Pudgy Penguins, strongest NFT project in the game, if you ask me. Terra Luna Classic, USD.AI, which we've talked about quite a bit. Doesn't look like it's got a pump, but with the given market, I don't know why it would. BitTensor, Monad, RaveDAO, which I'm ready for RaveDAO to just kind of disappear. It's come, it's hurt a lot of people, it should just go. Solana, Ethereum, Hyperliquid, Aave, and Aster. And even though I feel that way, that doesn't mean that it's going to do that. It rarely ever does. So let us hop over to the trading view and take a look at what all is going on. For BTC, right? Let's start in like the 4-hour. So you have certainly, what is this? Somehow, I don't even know how this is possible, guys. I've never seen this before. I have a screenshot in my chart. Wild, I've never seen that before. It's a lot of functions on TradingView. Let's just put it that way. And let's get to some lines, get rid of them, ones that we don't really need. They're probably more confusing than they are helpful. I certainly pointed out how we lost this kind of beautiful trend line here, and that there was a bit of a shoulder, head, and shoulder in there. Let's drop down to the hour. And we lost the 1 hour 200. We have not regained it, obviously. And kind of watching to see what happens, you know. So maybe something like that. I don't know. Does kind of look like you had a very uppointed thing here you fell out of. And not so uppointed, but An ascending triangle nonetheless. There. What did I just do? Reset. And let's see what our measured move would be there. On the 1 hour, today is Tuesday. Could be a good day to find. Could be a good day to find a trade. Said holding my BTC short from 79.3. Nice, well done. And it looks like you may continue here, you know, came up to the 21. The opposite stuff we would talk about if we were pumping works the same way in reverse for shorting, right? Let's go to the 15-minute here. Can fix up my ascending triangle a little bit, make it a little nicer. Getting above that 21 at the moment, maybe could have a run. You do have on the 15-minute some bull div as you look right here. Could be signaling you go up for sure. Let's go down to the 5. 5's getting above. Let's look at the 1. The 1 didn't really give us like the beautiful, you know, flag out, touch the 21 above the 200 kind of scenario. It kind of did, but it was on the 200. But we had really tight moving averages, right? So there's that. And now it seems like kind of getting this. And when these break out, they go parabolic, right? And that is just kind of the nature of them. Not a huge move necessarily. Let's pop into the 3. I love the 3-minute chart here. So if you could get that measure move, that would get you out of this pattern, right? But you still have this previous high here to contend with. Get rid of this, makes it kind of confusing, but you can see this line, that is previous high. Really need to break above it, hold it, flip it in order to begin to climb and make, you know, higher highs. I guess this would have been your previous highs before, and you did make a slightly higher high there. Interesting. So we'll certainly be keeping an eye on that. And let's run back because there was a coin we really wanted to look at, this Pros or this Pharaoh coin. Let's take a look at that. All right, here we are. So let's take a look at this because I don't even know what this coin is. 12.4% to the downside. Let's go to the max chart. It's down 15.9% since it came out. 130.5 million in market cap. Infinite max supply. Never a fan of that. Smart contract platform layer 1 and it parallelized EVM. That word always just messes me up. Okay, inclusive financial layer 1 for real value in institutional grade assets. So I guess it's called Pharaohs because it's for the elite. It's for the institutions, I guess. Powered by modular architecture, deep parallel execution, and built-in compliance. Now, who would be worried about compliance? Not your average person, not your dumb money. Pharaohs enables real-time, open, and compliant finance on-chain, founded by former Ant Group leadership. So from real assets to open access, modular, parallel, and also real-time. We've talked about the concept of really all of these before, modular and real-time, parallel. So Pharaoh combines modular architecture, deep parallel execution, and dual EVM and WASM to deliver sub-second finality, 30,000 throughput per second, and real-time programmable finance built for the world's open financial layer. Compliant by design, global by nature, inclusive by design, borderless digital financial city. Where have we heard that kind of language before? Real finance, real participation. So tokenized financial products. So think of tokenizing assets, instant payment. I mean, they really are kind of combining all of those things in there. I don't know why it gets cut off and I can't even, there we go, I can scroll. So compliant finance, infrastructural assets, stablecoins. This is very much an infrastructure and financial kind of project, right? Okay, very interesting, very interesting. I don't know what else to say about it. A lot of financial projects are just not like so exciting to where you have a lot to say about them because they just serve a very practical purpose. Yeah, Underground, you know my eyes, LOL. Holding my BTC short, yep, heard that. UG, you got so much info to give us every day. Love learning new things every day, so grateful. Hey, well, we're gonna learn you some new stuff today. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you and all that you do. Bio protocol. What else do we want to look at here? Bio, maybe USD.AI. I'm not expecting a lot of those longs to have played out here on the TA. Everything kind of very indecisive with Bitcoin right now. So if you're not in a Bitcoin trade, I guess you'd be in a short on some of these other positions. So this is Block Street, which has been doing pretty well. It did break up. You're up right now if you took this. Right, it did dolphin dip first, so you gotta almost always expect that. Maybe stop losses a little deeper. No stop loss was hit there. Let's go over here and take a look at some other stuff. I want to find bio. Let's start with bio. There it is. Bang. And it looks like it's been all over the place, right? So I have this line with an alert on it. That's where my entry would have been. I ended up closing it because it never got hit. Was looking for a deep buy. I mean, you were up at a couple of different times here. No stop loss was ever hit on this. And yeah, I've seen many times where this initial measured move eventually does go get hit. You're above your hour 200-day moving average. Looks pretty all right for bio, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's really all that fair there. And you could be moving your breakout to somewhere here. Get rid of these. We have those screenshotted in the Discord. No, I don't want to lock that. Get rid of that. And you know, today doesn't seem like it is the most amazing day for technical analysis because a lot of stuff is kind of in limbo behind whatever Bitcoin is or isn't going to do. Let's look at Asteroid. Asteroid took a bit of a dump. This trade was definitely very loose of a trade idea because we were just projecting there. We really had not much of a pattern yet, right? You can kind of see a double bottom in form there. Let's pull this down. If it hits this measured move, you got about 161%. Pull your long position, assuming we are actually still long here. Let's move this over. Pull that up to the measured move. Pull it down to a 3-to-1. And you got yourself a trade. Let's see how much lower you could really get a true 3-to-1. There you go. And again, we have this line here. If you see in the VRVP, big gap in the VRVP there. And that line says if this doesn't hold, it wicked under it. It did, but it pulled right back up. This is the 4-hour chart, of course. Let's flip to the hourly chart. There you go. But if you lose that, I mean, it's a pretty quick drop down, which is why we were kind of talking about having such a closer stop loss here. Because if you lose that trend line, you're going pretty quick down in all likelihood. So this is actually a 10-to-1 trade here. I kind of like it. A lot of times on perpetuals and stuff like that, though, where you get a little bit of leverage and stuff, it is very difficult to really get your stop loss where you want it, because it'll automatically, liquidation will be too high. And we could explore that a little bit. I do kind of like this trade. I don't know if now is really the best timing to get into a trade like that, right? But we'll definitely keep that one on the back burner here. Let's go ahead and re-screenshot it for the Discord. I gotta squish it more than I'd like. All right, so we will post that over in the Discord. If you ever want to see the TA and you're not making it to the show and stuff, then I highly recommend joining the Discord, where you can kind of get a shot of it even if you didn't make it. Of course, it's better in real life because you get a little bit more of an explanation for why I was looking at what I was looking at. Let's say that properly. Let me post it now. So when I try to post them all at the end, it gets really confusing, actually. Still got to make that tab for the underground TA. Let's revisit Pudgy Penguins here. I like this trade a lot because if you can hold above this and not go into this big gap on the VRVP, you could certainly have yourself a little bit of trade, give Bitcoin a couple of days to get back on its feet, assuming you're still bullish, right? Assuming it's still good to go. Where's my coffee? All right. Let's go get Pudgy Penguins. Couldn't be too far back. There we go. And we had already said Pudgy Penguins just kind of absolutely ripped there. I mean, it didn't quite hit your... If you put your take profit all the way at the top, you didn't quite get the full move. But you're very, very close. And you were very close a lot of times. I mean, at least 2 to 3 different times here, you were very much up. A little bit of lev on this 25%. Could have really turned into something. I mean, you put it on 10x, which is very conservative, 250%. You really would have got probably more like 230, but over 200% in this move. That's pretty good. Let's kind of hop into the 15 minutes, see what we see here. Kind of delete everything. It kind of already did the thing. We don't need to like sit around and look at the one that hit forever. Of course, you have this maybe Bart Simpson type look. Bart Simpson is usually pretty flat, right? Do we have a slanted Bart Simpson? But let's pull a range here. I'm new to using this tool here. I like it a lot. And you're right at the 15-minute 200, right? So it's kind of a bit of a decision point here. And you'll see the gap in the VRVP when it reloads there. It's right here. Not a huge gap, but certainly in price action would move you pretty quickly. It's like a whole penny. Okay, it's definitely, we're not in penny territory. Never mind. But anyways, are we looking for a fib retracement? Is that what's going on here from this impulse? Pull the full range. You're at like a 0.382. And let's see if we can get some kind of solid pattern out of it. Kind of just losing that pattern right here. Teresa Young says, LOL, going to do a scam wick. Just set a short at 77.7K. Probably talking about Bitcoin, I would assume. It's going to scam wick, she says. Go to more like a 5-minute chart here. I mean, I definitely see this ascending triangle going to about 74,500. I'd love to see it evaded. You do have some bullish div, which I pointed out here. So there was a good chance, that's just regular bullish div. There's a good chance it was going to get some upward action, which it did, because that bullish div would have been from here. So you had all of this, right? And now you're getting above the 5-minute 200. So we start running up the chart. Where's the 15? So, I mean, your next thing is to run up to the 15. And a lot of times that run up, if you get rejected there, it's back down. And that would continue down. It's still inside this pattern, kind of broke trend line a little bit, but pulled right back in. Nothing amazing to report there right this second. But we kind of already went over, you know, Bitcoin. You can see we kind of had the previous thing here. You'll see a lot of this stuff repeat. And, you know, this really looked like a cup and handle, did it not? And it did not play out. I had the cup and handle drawn, and it just did not play out. Then it looked like maybe you were getting a double bottom. That also didn't play out. Then it looked like maybe you were getting like a shoulder head, and then never mind, that didn't play out either. So in a definite bearish trend for BTC right now. A little hard to trust this, but the 5-minute could flag out and may potentially give you a trade here. So if we're doing a little bit of projecting, that's what we would be talking about. I'm not going to draw it out right now, but we could kind of watch it here on the 5-minute. See if we actually get a little bit of a pattern. I mean, normal sauce right here above the 200-day moving average. Looks like it's probably going to do more of like a falling wedge. Do we stay in the pattern? You have the pattern trend line, but you also have the 200-day moving average. Went down, touched the 21, pulled right back up. Do we get a little bit of a move for BTC tonight? It is Tuesday, so we will see how that goes. And for Pudgy Penguins, does look to me like you're either going to get saved by the 15-minute 200, or you're getting, you know, a good fib retracement here. And that, look at that. Look how that lines up. Right at the bottom of that gap in the VRVP is your 786 retracement, which I always say is some of the best buy you can get, with the stop right under the 0 line for your fib, which would be where you pulled your fib from, would be kind of your 0 line there. Let's get rid of, well, I guess we'll leave that line, because that line really tells us where that VRP is. And as you move it around, it changes, because it's only talking about whatever candles are in view, right? That's how the VRVP works. Plague Dogs in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Guaranteed cup and handle, baby. UG, what's the fib number retracement that's the most common to fall back to? Most common. Kind of depends on the atmosphere sometimes. I mean, traditionally, I feel like most people would call it the golden pocket, right? Let's pull that fib back up so you can see. Would be the golden pocket, which is between the 618 and the 6.5. I believe that's your golden pocket. I would say the 706 and the 786 in between there is what I see a lot when we're in a more fearish time, right? I don't know if there is like a most common. You can only have what I would say would be like the most common for the type of market you're in. A bear trend or a bull trend, like that's different. With a bull trend, a lot of times we don't get the deep 786 pullbacks, right? You bounce off the 0.5, you bounce off the 3.8, and that shows a lot more bullishness in the market, where when you get 786 retracement, it's not the most bullish, right? It can be more of a neutral sideways kind of market, or it can be a very bear market. Bear market usually just crushes right through all the fibs, right through the 0 line, and keeps on going. Let's look at plasma. We had it in this channel on what, like the daily? Maybe these were just support and resistance. Ooh, that fib looks ugly. Let's add a 0 here. Okay. We do have a 0 added. I don't know why it's doing that. That's not correct here. Yeah, the fib is broken. I don't know what's up with that. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, so these were just support and resistances, right? And you got above one for a while. Looks like you got rejected by it. And when it got rejected by it, it pretty much went straight down. This is for Plasma, XPL. And now you're under the 4 hour 200. Let's go to the 1 hour. I'd say the top fib has to be the most common because if it ever rips from there, none of the other ones get touched. There you go. The call, cup and handle, yeah, the call was in bankroll chat. Best to trade is supposedly between 0.5 and the 618, according to most people. Yeah, very golden pocket vibes. Okay, cool, thank you. Noted, golden pocket. Yes, exactly. And that's supposed to be where a lot of institutional traders target, right? So if you missed a pump a lot of times, or you took the pump and you made your money and you got a little topish there, you sell out, you wait for, you know, your fib retracement. That's very institutional trading type of idea. What else do we want to look at that we think might matter? Let's look at Jupiter. How's Jupiter doing? And know that like a lot of these trades that are like kind of set up here, we're projecting things a lot of times. Not every single one of them I'm like, this is a go. Like, we need to be in this trade, right? That's not what I'm saying. Had a nice trend line here. You broke it. Kind of flattening out Bart Simpson style here. From where you are, kind of bottom of the range here. And again, if it's a Bart Simpson, it's not going to break up. It's going to break down. I don't know who needs to hear that, but somebody out there. Yeah, like a 12.8% there. You do have a 3-to-1. Could even come down a little bit. I love to be able. I love when a trade allows me to hide under the 200-day moving average. I did get stopped out on my trade for BTC, so I'm looking for another one when I can. Life revision, hashtag life revision, exactly. So this is for Jupiter. Again, I just kind of, when I pull the long position or whatever, I'm just really looking to see if we have a potential for a trade or not. Once you see this setup, it doesn't mean like, I think this is amazing, I'm going to trade it. I did like one that we had tonight. What was it? It's the one that I screenshot and put in the Discord. All right. Chip. I want to look at Chip. Now, Chip I thought could be a decent trade because and it's a better trade now than it was before. And it's doing what a lot of stuff did. It was in a very falling wedge. It started to break out when BTC was bullish, and then it's kind of rolled over and is flat, kind of giving you, I don't know, double bottoms, inverted head and shoulders, rounded bottoms, cup and handles. Like, that's the kind of vibe you're going to get from there, right? Chip is a very new token, right? And a lot of times, these fallen wedges go to actually break out. The problem with it is, in order to actually get a position to where you could actually put your stop loss down here where it should be, like where price began, in perpetuals, it's got to be a very low amount of leverage if you can even pull it off at all. I mean, you can see like you could get a 3-to-1 in the negatives. Oh wait, not in the negatives, sorry. But you could get a 3-to-1 way down here. And this thing can go lower. Don't think because where price action began over here that it can't go lower than that. It absolutely can. We see it go lower all the time. So I wouldn't feel like that, but maybe hide like right underneath that. And that still gives you a 4.2, right? 4-to-1, which I think is a pretty decent shot. But do we love the coin is the question. 137% on some 10x leverage. That's 1,370%, right? Can we get a move for chip. Now, if BTC was remaining strong, was going sideways, altcoins were pumping, and this would seem like a much better trade to me. But when BTC, we're not sure, it's in a downtrend, it could continue to dump. We don't know if it's days or weeks or months. It could be even continuing into a bear market for months, right? For another 5-6 months at least. So that makes me a little hesitant, because if you do that, it can totally roll over and hit your stop loss. Also, it's a new coin. There's not a lot of price history here. Let's look at Tau. Tau was ripping. We've gotten rid of most of it, but we showed that it hit the measured move here at like 267, or it just very slightly missed it, right? And let's kind of delete the lines we don't need here. It's on the 1 hour. Let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour here. Well, maybe a little less confusing. Kind of like started to get this double bottom for Tau, right? It's actually very Adam and Eve now that I really see it, right? So kind of have an Adam Eve double bottom for Tau on the 4 hour. Definitely very choppy, right? Definitely very up and down and up and down. Just starting to get the breakout there. And looks like maybe the 4 hours running for the 200. The 200 really rolling over there on a big time frame. 278. So just to get to the 200, and it'll come down a little bit. It looks like a good 6 to 6.5% there. Tau is a big project, right? It's going to take a bit to move it the way you might think. You're not going to get the big percentages a lot of times off of that high leverage type stuff. Aster on the radar. When was the last time we looked at Aster? Spot BTC on Binance, or not BTC, sorry, on Binance. That's what I meant to say. Let's take a look at Aster. I don't know if I've ever really charted Aster out anytime recently. Can certainly see some levels of support and resistance here. So within that, this is the 4 hour chart. Kind of looks like maybe you get an inverted head and shoulder there. Looks like you definitely were dipping down to some liquidity, although you never really broke this other line. But then it got a hard pop, but look where it got rejected. Got rejected at the 4 hour 200. Let's go to the 1 hour. Again, rejected at the 1 hour 200. Not the best look. Kind of says, hey, BTC is not out of the woods yet, right? It's kind of what it's saying here. 15-minute is above. Definitely flagged out. 21 come into price action. Big pump. That's Lifer Vision stuff right there. And the 5-minute, you're going to see kind of the same thing on the 5-minute. Looks like it got a little far away from the 21 on the 15, and of course, as you go up, it's going to be farther away. If you've ever noticed that, like if you're a decent bit away on your 15-minute or your 5, you always have to put into perspective of the time frame, right? 15, when you go to the 1 hour, you're going to be pretty far away. Think of how far away you were when you were up here. And this is for Aster. Not a coin I'm looking to trade. It was definitely a banger during the decentralized exchange whole pump there, and hasn't been really all that relevant ever since then. All right, let's get back to looking at what's trending here. That was the wrong move. There we go. And let's go look at that fear and greed index. Hopefully crypto rank wants to work today. So we're coming down, right? For sure. I mean, we were up to as high as 46. Let's pull it up on the 7-day so it makes it real easy, right? You can see today And then so then you have yesterday 33, 47. Back here we had another day at 46 on the 22nd. Get rid of these pop-ups. So we've been pretty much between like 46, 47, and like 26, 25. A month ago we were at 8 though, so put that into perspective. I mean, when you give enough perspective, you can find a silver lining, right? We're right on the teetering between extreme fear and just regular fear, right? 26 on the fear and greed index today. Let's see where that altcoin index is. It's at 37. All right, let's go see what's trending on Crypto Rank. See if we see anything interesting. All right, quite a few interesting coins here. Let's make it the top 20. All right, we might have a little bit of time. This is Printer, but is it Printer Guy? We bought some Printer Guy, and hopefully we got the good coin. Do we have a... All right, let me see if I can do this. We bought a little bit of Printer Guy. I don't know if it banged or not. I had it up for a few days, and then I don't have it up right now. I want to go to what is CoinGecko's version of Deck Screener, which is Gecko Terminal. And I usually wind up there from clicking on coins. I guess we'll just go to Printer Guy. Cult of Printer. I don't think this is the same coin. That makes me sad. Right, Printer Guy. What is it doing in the market right now? Why does it look like it doesn't exist anymore? Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, it's cooked. Dev sold. Devs bought. On the 1 hour? How can you not even... No, this thing's been around. Like, you should have more than a 1 hour. Are they just considering it a dead coin? Is that what it is? I'm thinking we bought the wrong coin here. I'm thinking that this was the actual coin, because this says Launchpad. Let's go to its website. Is this the same? Or is this just a copycat kind of thing? Right. Interesting. Well, it looks like we got heavily rugged on that one. I'm not actually logged in to my Soulflare wallet. Okay, I want to all right, it doesn't want to cooperate. Very annoying. Yeah, it looks like this thing got cooked. I was following it for a while. We were getting a pump. This is really annoying, but it happens, right? What can we say about it? Yeah, it makes me sad. Yeah, and then this other one looks like a copy, and I'm trying to figure out, did we have the right idea but the wrong coin maybe? Maybe we didn't have the right coin here. This coin's not even out. So this doesn't even have, this hasn't even token generated. I mean, you got Fred and Shred here for the team. Doesn't make me overly bullish on this token, that's for sure. Crack a cold one. And no, I don't mean beer. I mean that sugar-free Zevia. Shout out to Zevia. They should really sponsor me and the channel. Anyways, we got a little distracted there. A lot of new coins on the radar. Are we going into like another cycle of wild coins here? Looks like quite a bit to cover. we might as well get started. So you got Liquid. What a name like Liquid. Liquid is a non-custodial trading platform where users trade directly from their own wallets. I love the idea. That's decentralized exchange, basically. Let's take a look at the product. Start trading. Yes, that would be the idea. Let's go away. I don't actually want to do that. Oh, my eyes. We really don't want to look at light mode. Where's the dark mode? Oh, I can't easily move to dark mode. Oh, system colors. There we go. Dark. Perfect. We got gold. OpenAI, silver. So they have a lot more than just crypto on here. They have Hood. Robinhood? Did Robinhood? Oh, Robinhood as a stock, though. Right. Okay. Duh. All right. Well, they seem to have a lot of things over here, so it's not just crypto. Nuva. We're going to roll through some of these kind of quick. Financial is a RWA marketplace enabling users to invest in institutional grade yields from curated vaults. So earn real yields backed by real world assets. Flagship vault, 3.3 APY. Home equity line of credit. Earn yield through Prime. So this must be their top of the line. Get 8%. Interesting. You're on a wait list. This has not actually generated yet. He said, I remember Binanceans, bro. I messed up, LOL. A cold one. Yeah, I probably still hold it somewhere. Never going to do anything. It's why I don't usually play around with many altcoins. Or, you know, meme coins, if you will. Very small coins. Everybody wants to hit that big one. You mostly just lose money. Let's keep it real. RSK infrastructure framework. That sounds very weird. RIF operating system is a framework for decentralized applications and services built on top of Bitcoin and RSK smart protocol technologies. Well, this thing's been around for some time. We got to flip this to like the monthly. So it looks like token generation event the 1st of January 2021. Had a nice pump. Definitely pull back in this bear market. Been as high as 336 million. It's been around for a little while. It's at 54.7 million. It's getting hot in this room. I'm like, is this fan working? It's on full blast. All right, 4 Pillars. 4 Pillars is a Web3 research and analytics firm providing institutional grade data validator infrastructure and consulting services. Are you noticing a trend here? This looks like a lot of infrastructure, but a lot of stuff that is very much geared towards institutions, right? Voran sounds like the same idea. Voran is an AI infrastructure based in Vietnam with low cost inference and AI native payments. Okay, so this is actually a little bit different. Again, they raised 3 million, no token generation event. It's in Vietnam, so for me that puts it outside of the jurisdiction of where it could be held accountable for anything that it does. Then we got Printer, which looks like an exact copycat, same idea as the Printer guy that we were doing. And that apparently rugged. So Printer is a cross-chain meme coin launchpad. There you go. We'll keep an eye on it. Hasn't token generated yet. Cody, Perlay, Monad, Wi-Fi. Not to be confused with Wi-Fi. This is Wi-Fi. Is a crypto banking platform offering blockchain accounting, Visa cards with global spending capabilities, with WFI income. There's too many of these in my opinion. I don't know why you would specifically want this unless it's just really built in the country where you live. 151.7 million, been as high as 220. I hate when they have this chart and not the other chart. So Monday, April 27th, 2026. So yesterday, token generation event, just now on the radar. YZY is the official meme token. I thought so, from Kanye West, right? I don't know why anybody would care about this. It had a huge pop to $2.40 and what, he rugged his own coin. I don't know what happened here. Maybe the devs got him, but it definitely looks like hot garbage, right? 90.5 million in market cap, 347 million all-time high. Not really worth going over. I don't really see that coin going anywhere. Cineflix, I think you could infer what this probably is. Cineflix is an entertainment platform designed to bring together content and participation in a single digital economy. There you go. No token generation event. 75 million raised though. Interesting. All on pre-sale. You got Tokamak Network, or Ton, a Ton ticker, huh? I don't think that was a really good move. Tokamak Network is a protocol platform for building and connecting layer 2 networks. We're not spending a lot of time on this because we may never see some of these projects ever again. So yesterday, token generation event, market cap 30 million, been as high as 171 million. Not really doing phenomenal right now. Now's not the time to really launch a token. And Sisic, which has been around a little bit, it's up 4% today. Nothing to write home about. Let's see, the 11th of December 2025 had a high of about 76 cents. Let's see, your lowest low other than where it came out at was 12 cents. 79.9 million in market cap, been as high as 121. Sisic is a full stack computation network that turns GPU, ASIC, and computation into liquid yield bearing asset. So I get the idea there. Everybody needs resources for AI. And TAC. TAC's on a tear though. Well, it's been much higher before. Wow, had a really high wick when it came out, 5 cents. Now you're at, a penny. And TAC is an EVM network extension for Ton. Which Ton? This Ton? Tomaka network? No, I'm just kidding. Probably the Telegram Ton, right? Let's go ahead and do our airdrop stuff here. Let's refresh this. Rolling into our first hour, of course. It's a Tuesday. Not a Wednesday, it's Tuesday. Right? Yes, it is Tuesday. Can't receive more tokens. That's okay. I don't really need more tokens at this point. We'll do these two as normal here. First, GM on chain. Melis, did you see our printer guy token? I hope you were not holding too much of that token. Play some smart contracts. It says nice a Facebook account. Oh, okay. I see he posted it. Said, bro, this is fun. This is great, man. Love it, man. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. We might be chasing a new airdrop now to add to the regiment. I don't want the airdrop regiment to get too crazy. I never did get to go back and find the swaps we were using. I need to go back and find those. Really annoying when they're just, I don't know where they went. They're not in my history. They're not anywhere. So that part's kind of annoying. And let's do a GM on Arc Testnet. I'll have to go back and find those for sure. And then we'll deploy some smart contracts. I swear I had the swaps saved, and I didn't. So we'll pop over to Discord next. We'll see what Chocolate Salty has thrown in the Discord as far as another airdrop to look at. Let me set it up here. So he's got DAC. I'll make it so you can see it when I remember how to work all this stuff. There we go. Discord, airdrops, there we go. So he's got the Litecoin virtual machine testnet. Don't see all of the different things to do there. Get started on Liteforge in a few simple steps. Connect your wallet, get a zero knowledge Litecoin, probably wallet. Explore the ecosystem. Testnet hub is testnet.litvm.com. Interesting. And then we have this DAC chain he posted today. Testnet is live. Use the link above and it will take you to a website that has everything you need to do. Requires EVM wallet like MetaMask or Rabby. Yep. Current faucet for testnet tokens is working for some, not for others. You can request tokens in their Discord. Okay, so they have like a faucet running through their Discord as well. Very interesting. I'll probably get started on those two tomorrow. You guys can get a head start. Let me know how everything is working for you. Let's get back to where we were. Not in a trade for BTC at the second. And unless we can get above the 15-minute 200, I'm not super interested in being in a trade here. It's reloading. Oh, let's go look at that 3-minute. So the 3-minute did get above. Kind of looks very double top-ish here. 1 minute loss to 200. Looks like it's getting potentially rejected at the 200 here. Probably not going to really look for a trade until tomorrow morning. Or late tonight. Maybe like 2, 3, 4 a.m. Let's go look at our liquidation map for BTC. Let me pull up Bookmap over here. Very sparse liquidity. Let me zoom out here on Bookmap and see if we have some liquidity somewhere else. Now we have liquidity on both sides, where before we really had all the big liquidity above us. It's gone now. I guess maybe they got liquidated or they closed their positions, got stopped out, whatever it may be. Interesting. So kind of on both sides, it could go either way. And that's probably going to hold price action in one spot. Very sideways probably for a little while. Let's hit that chainers real quick. It's feeling like a short show today. Sometimes I just get that vibe. It's not enough stuff to go over. So there's definitely a big chunk of liquidity at like 70,500. Zoom out any more, see if that changes. That I'm sure will be up by then. I love entering early trades. Yeah, it's a good time to get into a trade, especially if you see something going on in the market. Go to BNB, sell all that we have, collect some more. BNB, we're trying to shave a 0 off of our wallet holdings. Again, we get all of this for free. 0.0094. It's going to be a little while. Before we shave off a 0 there. Grab daily rewards. What do we got? Some tomatoes, it looks like. There we go. Claim those. Claim our free item of the day from the Atom Caster. Hop into the mini games, get our free item for our farm from the mini game. Can only play it once per day. It was giving me like a bunch of CFB at one point, but not lately. All right, halfway there. Sunny little tree, what's up? Just playing some quick chainers real quick. Stack up a free item. I hope they give me a good item today. Build up that farm. I mean, chainers just held in there. They haven't dipped out on us yet. It's better when things build in the bear market, right? Almost there. Why does that one have both? Oh, now they have like a double stack. It's very interesting. It's a TNT and like a scatter shot. All right, we're already at 1,000 there. Let them take us out. See what we get. And we got fertilizer. I actually really need regular fertilizer. I wish they would give me more than one. That would be nice. Let's go back to the farm. Hop over to Fogo Fishing. Just checking all these out real quick. Haven't actually upgraded here. They're stacking up fast though. 352 brings us to like 550,000. That's actually after checkout. All right, let's continue to raise that crypto IQ. I thank everybody who is here. I appreciate you being here. Let's talk about some meat of the matter, right? So a real portfolio has layers to it. Instead of random positions that we've already pointed out several times here, think layers: foundation, core, growth, risk. Each plays a role. Example, allocation framework. It's flexible, right? This is an example. You have your core, BTC ETH type exposure, right? Really in your top, probably, I don't know, top 8. Top 8 by market cap kind of coins. You have stability, long-term positioning, and foundations of portfolio. Strong alts. Top ecosystem, infrastructure type stuff, 20 to 30%. Higher upside than the core, still relatively established though, builds growth layer. Then you have growth, narrative plays, 10 to 20%. Newer ideas, emerging sectors, and higher volatility. Then you have the high risk, GameFi, micro caps, experimental, 5 to 10% max, which is actually more than I typically would think, right? I think like 1 to 5% max, right? Asymmetric upside, high uncertainty should not dominate your portfolio. This is not rigid, right? Important. These are ranges, not rules. Your allocation changes based on your risk tolerance, your experience, and conviction. This is one of the hardest things to explain to people when they're like, I have some money, what should I do? And I'm like, I don't give financial advice, but you should understand who you are and how much money you have and how much you're willing to risk, right? If you have $100,000, you're trying to turn it into $4 million or $2 million, but you want to go high risk, you might find that you don't have $100,000 anymore. You might find that you have $10,000 or less. Most people are misallocated, right? Common mistake, too much high risk, not enough core, no structure, right? Structure changes behavior. With structure, less emotional swings when the market goes up and down. You have more clarity and better decision making because of the clarity that you have. You're not as highly emotional. Portfolio personality matters. Every portfolio has personality, conservative, balanced, aggressive, and that should match who you are. Otherwise, you will be in conflict with your portfolio. The core insight, it's not just what you own, it's how much you own of each. I was going to mess that up majorly. So follow the structure segment here. Week. 70% random alts, 20% hype, and 10% scattered. This is a nothing burger portfolio most of the time, and you're really counting on 1 to 2 alts to do something monumental, right? Structured is like 50% core, 25% strong alts, 15% growth, and 10% high risk. Same capital, completely different outcome. And that is our IQ raising event talking about portfolios of the night. Look at BTC bounce back there on the 1 minute. Let's go get the 3. Yeah, it bounced right off that 200. You got this top you really need to get ahead of. We don't need to be in every tiny little move, right? Trying to be better risk management. Looks like you're going to break that high and go for higher. 5 minute. Same kind of thing. There you go. There she goes. Looks like big wicks. Got to remember you're on the 5 minute. On the 15 minute, it doesn't look so monumental, does it? And like I said, very likely to run to the 1500. Depending on where I want to trade, if I'm trading short or long, it's going to really depend on the next hour or two to see if we run up to the 15. Do we get rejected from it? Do we start flagging out some kind of thing here to get the big move? Right, consolidating, right? Remember, flagging out is consolidation or accumulation, right? I would say accumulation more than anything. Let's hit a round of that Panzer Dogs real quick while we adjust and figure out where we are. It says, you are so right, structure. Absolutely, structure is super important. All right, we're almost to the 10K where we can open 10 boxes at once. I think we could hit that tonight for sure. Ayo, Camsta in the house. Where you been, Camsta? Where you been? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, and will Panzer Dog ever really deliver for us? That is kind of the question. Oh, he got the laser. I don't like that. Dang. Did not put my best use here. I feel like it's got to be a bot when they don't go get the health at all. Like, only a bot would not go get the health. Oh, I survived it. Definitely getting some lags in here. Dang, I was trying to grab that rocket. Yeah, we definitely lagging a little hard here. At least it's back up. There was a few days where it wasn't even running, right? I was reading in their Discord that a lot of people feel like they might have just ran off with the game here and not going to actually do anything. This thing might be dead in the water. Or just basically sit like this and never really do much, right? High probability. Which is sad. Hopefully somebody comes in, copies the idea, copies the concept. Oh, I really should have grabbed that. Oof, need to hide. Got him before he could fire that rocket off. I think it was before he fired the rocket off. Oh no, so much lag. I'm missing a lot of health. I might have got hit by a rocket. I'm not too sure. I didn't see no rocket. All right, he got cooked. Pool night. There you go. Smoked meat poutine was good. Oh, don't start talking about food. You're gonna make me hungry. Let's see if we can get to 10K. Might not happen. Watching this book map over here in the background, the other computer. Definitely some liquidity to the upside here. Ooh, big sell coming in. Grab the laser. See, can I hit him through there? Ooh, I did. That's good to know. First blood. Dang, he came out right in my face there. Three to 0. Let's go. I really hope somebody makes like a copycat game here. My own teammate just went and sat in the fire. That was probably not smart. Got him. 6 to 0 still. Still a pretty good game. I don't know why we have this wall here. Let's get rid of that wall. I wonder if this is all bots pretty much nowadays. Oh, he didn't even go and grab that? That's crazy. He has way too much health. Eight to 1. That's a wrap. It says Montreal smoked meats is the best. Hey, I think that's Texas. I think Texas has the best smoked meat. Underground got the biggest tank of the game. Maybe. That might be true. The long is printing, friends. Yeah, let's hop back over. I mean, it might go. I'm waiting to see what it does at that 15 minute there. I mean, that'd be a good move for sure. Says I'm about 2 days away from Montreal. That's a long distance for sure. Let's grab some bait. Ooh. extend our session here, and I am logged out. Let's prove that. Fogo. Okay, buy it. Why am I paying in fish though? I should be paying in yeah, very weird. I should be paying in USDC. So wait, it's now been taking my fish tokens every time? That is not cool. Like, that's not cool at all. Oh well, whatever. Now we know not to do that. And it's been a fun show, guys. I'm probably going to go ahead and hop out. A little bit of a short show tonight on a Tuesday night where BTC is not really doing amazing overall, right? Fell out of this trend here. We broke up out of it, retested it, and then proceeded to do like next to nothing. I would move to higher time frames here. Definitely some bullish divergence here, but it could just be setting up for another leg down. I wouldn't get overly confident. Biggest liquidity is down at like 70,500, 71,000. Bunch of liquidity down there. There's some liquidity above us, but it's not amazing. 74,000 has plenty of liquidity. It looks like it's downward direction. You might get a small pump. Plague Dogs, I hope you kill it. But don't be surprised if things going to turn around on a longer time frame, right? I made maybe the most calculated trade of my life on this current chart. It's in the Discord. Praying it keeps going and God gives me the strength to close early and pay the trader. Yeah, definitely. And like I was just saying, you know, it looks like you have quite a bit of liquidity to get you down to 74,000 and not near as much above you. So for whatever that takes. I mean, if you look here, trend lines, bang. It's more of a channel than an ascending triangle at this point, at least from where I'm looking at it. Let's go to like a 15. I guess it still feels that way. Earlier it was feeling more like an ascending triangle. Kind of put you more something like that. Seems like you'd be at the top of the channel, maybe come back down. I don't know. Maybe it jumps right out of it. We'll have to see. Anyways, have a great night. Thank you for being here. It says, look closely, cup and handle in there. And what? The 3 minute, I mean, cup with the handle. It's like a falling wedge. Anyways, I do have to hop off, guys. I hope you guys have a great night. I will be back tomorrow with as much sauce as I can carry to the stream. As always, thank you for being here. Thank you, Blues Guy, for the super chat. One super chat of the night. I appreciate you, and I will be back tomorrow to raise that crypto IQ. Stay underground, stay crypto. See you in the next one.